Hey traders from around the world, this is Jerremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. So today is Wednesday, July the 8th. I hope you're doing absolutely sensational. Checking out the markets today. As crazy as it might sound, it really is not that interesting. It is down a lot right now, which we're actually below where we opened yesterday, but we got a giant wick from yesterday's candle. And I don't know if we take that wick out or not. We definitely could, but I don't know if we do it and by when. So this is a retest gap right here. So we're retesting, and I think this is a range that we might trade within for a while. If I pull up the long-term moving averages on the DIA, you'll see something pretty interesting, right? We're kind of we're battling and in between the 200 SMA, and now we gap down. So today's gap is bearish, kind of similar to yesterday, but I do anticipate a little bit of buying at the low of yesterday's candle. I don't know if we get down there, but I can say for sure if we close below the low of yesterday, yes, we're going to go just a tad lower. And again, I'm not directionally bearish at all. Just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. I'm looking to buy the bounce somewhere down here. Digging into a DIA July week 5 bull put spread 172, 171. This morning the premium was much more fantastic than it was last night. So just keeping a close eye on it. SPY is down a little bit. The QQQ is down a little bit. So really the wick from yesterday is kind of my quote unquote line in the sand. I'll be keeping an eye on it to see what it does, what happens, where, when, why, how, all that kind of good stuff. Here's Apple. Nice little black candle today on Apple, guys. Nice little retest gap. So again, I do anticipate at some point if Apple makes it down to this 120-ish area, great buying location, especially if you're getting type of hammers or buying off of that. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. I'm not the only one who thinks that. I'm not the only person out there who thinks that this is going to be a good buying location. So if we do not bounce at this location on Apple, oh my goodness, look out. Look out. It'll likely go a little bit lower. So that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on to see how and if and what that does exactly. Tesla had a very interesting gap yesterday. And here's my analysis on Tesla from yesterday. This gap is bearish. People on the daily chart, so here's the daily chart. Here's your little pennant pattern. People on the daily chart expected Tesla to go higher after the pennant. It did not. So it gapped down. We had a white candle yesterday. Gapped down. Therefore, that was a gap and go. So a lot of people on Tesla are trapped. They're losing some money. They're scared. They're worried. And as I mentioned, I think Tesla gets some short-term buying. So there's some short-term buying. And then maybe a rollover as far as the 50 EMA on the daily. So here is the exponential moving averages. And there's a very good chance at this point we're heading into the 50 exponential moving average. If we're looking at this on a 5-minute chart, right now, Tesla is battling the 10 EMA on the 5-minute. Got some wicks right here. So if we can continue to trade sideways and then roll over, I do think Tesla makes some lower lows today. So I would keep an eye out if you're trading it for a little bit of a bearish perspective. SLV, I made some big announcements on SLV yesterday. Here's the 5-minute chart, and this little purple line, if you will, this purple circle is where I'm looking for some retracements and some failures on SLV. 1431 is one bearish trigger that someone could use. Also, you know, we did just come into the 10 EMA on the hourly. So if we break about 1440 on SLV, I'd also be slightly bearish because we are beginning to get some reversal signals in my little quote unquote zone, if you will. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I did get triggered into SLW bearish yesterday as a swing trade. So hopefully that continues a little bit lower. It likely will based on the gap and the candle and the volume and the support being broken, everything like that. All confirmation in my personal opinion. On AT&T, so that you guys know, I did get stopped out of the swing trade today. Had a swing trade from back in the 1st of July, late June, based on that gap. And had a trigger, got stopped out. How much was a loss? 1 R loss, right? So keep your losses small, make your winners big. So I got stopped out on AT&T on that particular swing. However, longer term, I still actually have a wager on AT&T based on that gap. Now, I might lose this wager. This will be the first wager I lost since real life trading has started. So I'm fine. I knew at some point I've got to lose a wager. This would be it. So the wager is by the end of 2015. So I got some time. I have some time on this to be correct, but bottom line, I am wagering that AT&T will hit 38.42 based on this gap. Otherwise, I'm going to go 3 days without cell phone access or connection at all. So I don't know what 3 days those will be, since I have a lot of you guys texting me and emailing me, messaging me. But hey, I'm just letting you guys know now. There's a chance if AT&T doesn't get a lot higher, that's what is going down. Let's see, one other thing, ESPR. ESPR is giving me a little bit of heartburn, but I should be okay on this one. Got a 95-100 bear call spread. Bear call spread. Expiring this Friday. And really the support, old support, new resistance in 93.51 is pretty strong. Yesterday was a retest gap. So stock gapped up. And that's a retest gap. So today's an inside day candle, not majestically frightening, but I do want a little bit of a lower low. I want this support to break because on ESPR, it kind of looks like this could be becoming a thing. People could be getting in bullish today, yesterday, and buying this bounce. So I'm really hoping it breaks lower, and it should be fine. Overall, the bear call spread should be okay, but I'll be watching it very, very closely over 93.51 because this thing has some wild bid-ask spreads, and I do not want to exit or buy to close or unravel this particular spread. So hoping it expires worthless. Got a week and a half left. We'll see what happens. Update us on Tiffany. A lot of traders are in a Tiffany, either bear call spread, bull put spread, or both, completing the Iron Condor. As of right now, looks sensational. So we got the bear call spread up here, 97.50. Got the bull put spread down here, 87.50. And as of right now, Tiffany's is smack dab in the middle. So should be good to go on that one. Let's see one other thing to update you guys on. Etsy. Hopping over to Etsy. Etsy right now, I'm actually still anticipating it to move a little bit lower at some point. I'm trying to pick the bottom on Etsy, to be honest with you. I think it's just what I'm doing. So if the stock trades up, rolls over, I'll attempt to buy it. If it trades up and then starts making a higher low, I'll attempt to buy it. But at some point, this is a pretty big sell-off, and I'm looking to get into this IPO to see what it can do. Shake Shack. Looking at Shake Shack, trying to find a place to buy it, but we have gotten 0 reversals as of right now on Shake Shack. It's down at 52.11. So the good news is anyone who wanted to buy Shake Shack, it's definitely much, much lower than it was. So I'm still waiting on Shake Shack to do something. Right now, it looks like it might be shaking out some of the weaker bulls, and it's down at a very, very strong old resistance, new support. So if we can get some, Morningstar patterns or something shaping up right now, we'll be interested to see how it works. So bottom line, guys, on the markets in general, I'm, on the indices, I'm non-directionally trading. I'm not doing anything with directional options, directional options, directional stock. A lot of gaps out there. That's how I'm playing directional trades. If you're playing directional trades right now, find some good gaps, find some people being trapped, and those are the ones you got to be trading. Folks, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I'm interested to see what the market is going to be doing today. Keep in mind, all analysis is subject to change due to volatility. But I will update you guys again on Friday. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it.